Hello there. This is Jen Berry here for my 6150 Level 3 project. And what I want to tell you about today is an incredible tool for 21st century learning called Code.org. So, what is Code.org? Well, Code.org is a lot of things. You might want to classify it as a mobile learning, Web 2.0 educational gaming site, and you wouldn't exactly be wrong because it really is all of those things. But, quite simply put, Code.org is an amazing mobile learning tool that provides free online tutorials that teach students how to create and write their own apps while learning to write code. Code.org was started by Hadvi Partovi and his brother Ali in 2013 with the goal of getting every U.S. school to teach computer programming. Their belief is that computer science and computer programming should be taught right alongside other traditional core subjects such as science, math, and biology. So when Hadi and Ali were young, their country, Iran, was at war with Iraq. Hadi remembers the bombings when their family feared their house might be hit. He says the arc of his life changed when he was about 10 years old. His dad brought home a Commodore 64 computer and said, "This doesn't have any games on it, but here's a book on computer programming so you can write your own games." By the time he immigrated with his family to the US, he was making enough money as a computer programmer that he was able to pay his way through college. He graduated from Harvard with a degree in computer science and went on to a great career with Microsoft before starting successful companies of his own, including Code.org. Check out the link on my website to learn more and hear his TED Talk. Okay, so let's review the basics first. What is mobile learning? Mobile learning is learning that can happen anywhere with access to a mobile device such as a laptop, tablet, smartphone, or PDA. The great thing about it is learning can take place anywhere and can provide for a very effective mix of work, study, and leisure time. Quinn 2002 describes mobile learning as the intersection where computing meets e-learning. Now, research tells us when students use mobile learning devices, they feel more engaged, which results in a more active learning experience with greater course retention. Teachers see students becoming more motivated, which is vital to learning and problem solving. Research also shows when students have access to more individual-centered instruction, that learning is more convenient and they can go at their own pace. Also, because these tools are so flexible, there's a greater opportunity for collaborative and individualized learning. Students can practice at their leisure, which allows for learning from home and other remote places. When technology is portable and accessible, so is learning. Why is mobile and tech learning so important? In the 21st century world, our world is rapidly changing, and the classroom must evolve to meet these challenges. Teachers have to find new and innovative ways to energize and engage students. We know that it's not just about teaching students a fixed set of data to memorize anymore, but moreover, we must help activate learning through self-discovery and hands-on tasks. In this new millennium, it is evident multimedia visual literacy is essential to our culture. Technology is not just about computers, but affects every field from medicine, energy, transportation, space research, and even entertainment. The Bureau of Labor and Statistics projects there to be over 1 million computing jobs by 2024. Right now, 71% of all new jobs in STEM are in computing, but only 8% of STEM graduates are computer science majors. In the computing field, job growth is outpacing student growth 3 to 1. All the while, 90% of schools currently do not teach computer science. So given these set of circumstances, what is the solution? Well, the folks at Code.org think they've gotten it figured out. Check out this video to understand a little bit more about their mission.
I think it's really important for girls to study computer science. I think for a long time, the world thought that some things were for boys and some things were for girls, and everyone understands now that boys and girls can have equal opportunity.
To be able to code gives you the freedom to build anything.
I like having that power in my own hands to express what's in my imagination using programming.
Just the experience of programming gives you access to a new method of thinking. Everything becomes the steps that you can take towards a solution, and that is just extremely valuable.
You know, it's one thing to use software. It's a totally different thing to get to change how the software you use actually works.
Yeah, all of my favorite memories from computer science are actually programming together with teams. I mean, I don't think CS is a solo thing. I mean, nothing is. If you want to build something amazing, you usually have to do it in a team, and CS is no different.
Every girl deserves to take part in creating the technology that will change our world and change who runs it. I challenge girls in every single country to learn 1 hour of code.
Technology touches every part of our lives. So if you can change technology, you can change the world.
Okay, so I really love this site, and one of the things you heard on the video is that code.org is geared toward reaching out to inspire all students, but specifically they have a focus on getting girls involved to practice and learn computer science through learning 1 hour of code. Okay, so how does the learning work? As a teacher, you're going to log on to this home page, and there's going to be all these resources. Such as student accounts here, where you can add your students and track their progress. And there's also a section here where you have lesson plans and resources. Now that's going to allow you to plan out how you want to teach and sequence the learning of this curriculum. So for this demonstration, I'm going to show you how the basic tutorials go, and this is learning the maze sequence. So we're going to click on lesson 1, and it's going to take us to the puzzle. So puzzle 1 of 11, can you help me catch the naughty pig? What you're doing is this nice drag and drop, and so when you click run, what do you want the bird to do? We want him to move forward 1 space and then move forward a 2nd space. When you're finished executing that, you can click on run. Yay, congratulations. You completed puzzle 1 and you just wrote 2 lines of code. Now here's the great thing. Click show code and you can see right here what that would look like if you were typing it out and you were actually writing code. Basically, that's the gist of it. It's so easy, and of course, as you progress through each tutorial, the complexity gets harder and harder. But you can see how it really makes learning code possible and fun. To close, I want to discuss how code.org relates to the 4 C's. Communication is obviously an easy one. When you speak the language of code, what you can express is limitless. Creativity. Again, to know code is not just to be a user of technology, but to be a producer of content. Collaboration. Computer science rarely is a solo sport. Most major projects are collaborative ones. And critical thinking. Computer science is all about problem solving as it relates to our everyday life in the modern world. And as for limitations at this point, I don't really see any. This grassroots movement can do nothing but grow in a positive way. So check out code.org and put in your 1 hour of code today.